Well, let's keep it going with the Pennsylvania bred. It's the $100,000 Crowd Pleaser Stakes. This is for 3-year-olds. Did come off the turf. It's going to stay the same 1.16 distance. And our favorite is Loose Ends for Cal Lynch.
Yeah, Loose Ends coming off a huge win in Delaware, and off the turf race down there, Danny, won by 10 lengths, got an 80 buyer. This is the Runnymede Racing, Greg Bentley stable, and Cal Lynch combination that was so good here a couple weeks ago with your favorite, Cinnabon.
Sir was. And Vine Jet, one of the coolest horses around, gets our second choice, but 5-2 for trainer John Dunn, and his wife Felissa Dunn own her.
Yeah, and Vine Jet, last race at Penn was a powerhouse, won by 7, and I mean, looked really good doing it, just crushed the field.
Well, let's get to it. Here is the call of the Crowd Pleaser Stakes with our track announcer, Chris Griffin.
Undercover Kitty and Charlie Marquez, they're going to hold that rail position there, neck in front. Rado and Frankie Pennington are tracking right there in second, as here is Twisted Ride, who's off the pace in third. Further back in the field is the Pink Cap, that's Vine Jet. Far outside is Buffalo. The two at the back, Epic Luck and Loose Ends. They're all chasing Undercover Kitty, and Undercover Kitty is a length in front. Tight hold here on Rado, who's out in the center of the racetrack, is stalking right there in second. 3 clear from Twisted Ride, who starts to lose a touch of ground. Here's Loose Ends, making a move to the inside of Vine Jet, who's in between horses, is now taking that third position away, is ahead in front of that grouping. Still out wide is Buffalo, and the trailer, Epic Luck. Undercover Kitty is going to try and take them all the way. Rado is pouncing right there up on the outside in second, as they've got less than a half mile to go now. Loose Ends is under a drive. Vine Jet still in between horses. Twisted Ride is now wide. Buffalo, no choice but to be 5 wide around this turn. And Epic Luck is still the trailer. Undercover Kitty is still up by that full length. It's Undercover Kitty. Rado is trying to cut into that margin. Under a full drive comes Loose Ends, and Vine Jet. Pink Cap is not cutting the margin yet. Epic Luck starts to launch a rally from the back of the pack. They reach a quarter mile left to go. Undercover Kitty is still in front and kicking on. Rado has been there the entire journey, but hugging the rail is Undercover Kitty, who gets the cue and is sprinting away. Undercover Kitty is now opening up by 4 clear lengths. Loose Ends challenging Epic Luck. Grandstand side. Rado can find no more. Approaching the 16th pole, this one is definitely pleasing the crowd.
Well, Undercover Kitty and Charlie Markey getting the win, but it was a Cal Lynch exacta.
It was a Cal Lynch exacta. 1-2, the technically wrong horse won the race, but yeah, there's never the wrong horse. Loose Ends was the favorite. I don't think anybody quite knew what was going to happen off the turf, but Undercover Kitty loose on the lead. Danny, how many times have you and I chatted about that? When they get loose, they are dangerous. He got loose and he was gone.
Oh, definitely. And Cal Lynch, one of the coolest trainers around. Here is more with him.
Georgie was going to try and set a trip and make one run at him, and he did, but the other horse just had first run, and just today was his day. And they've worked together, been together, they've come up from Florida together, they've done everything. I mean, there's not a whole lot separates them, but today, Undercover Kitty, we were very pleased with him today. He ran a very tough allowance race at Pimlico last time, and a couple of winners. He was the only 3-year-old in that race, so we were shooting a little bit that day, but this was in mind, and we're happy it all worked out right.
Do you remember how many times you've been 1-2 in a stakes race?
I'd have to think about that. Not too often. Not too often. We don't usually run too many against each other in the stakes. We're very privileged to have some of these horses, and we just feel lucky and blessed.